Guess who I get to see tonight?
Who are you seeing?
I'll give you a hint.
Oh, you're seeing Dom.
She's coming down for a concert, and she's going to a concert literally like 4 minutes from my house.
No way. Is she coming
Yeah.
over?
I don't think she's coming here. She's
Oh.
gonna go meet up with Quentin, who we love too.
Mhm.
And I just have so much to do, but I'm gonna try to grab a drink with them before their concert or something.
Oh my God, she's grabbing a drink.
Grabbing a drink.
She's going outside.
Aaron and I like have been drinking since our engagement party because we got fucked up and we had
Mhm.
so many leftover drinks. But now we're drinking a little bit, and by drinking a little bit, I mean like 3 nights a week, which is like the most that I've been drinking since fucking COVID.
No, for
'Cause
sure.
I don't really drink like that, but it's kind of been fun. It's summer,
I like
so
that.
it's kind of been
I
fun.
know. I really wanna have, like, a little drink tonight.
Yeah, exactly, and, like, not a lot, like, even the other day, we were waiting for a sushi blah, 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 waiting for a
Are
sushi
you okay?
restaurant, and so we, like, walked around the corner of the brewery, put a timer on for 7 minutes, like, downed a beer, and then went back and shared some sake, and we were like, "Oh my god, are we twisted? Like, are we faded right now?"
There's something fun about it. I was just saying, in
It's
a
very fun.
relationship too, once you've been with someone for a minute, like, there's something, like, fun and, like,
No,
ooh, about it.
exactly.
Let's get a little drunk together. Like, it's kinda nice.
Exactly, and it, like, does not take
I'm gonna
much
text Zoe
anymore,
that.
you know what I
Can we get
mean?
drunk tomorrow night?
Can we get drunk tonight? I'm texting Aaron that too. Can we get
Ugh, but
drunk
it's
tonight?
tomorrow. I'm not seeing him tonight. I'm gonna say, can we get a little drunk
Can we
tomorrow
get I
night?
don't wanna say drunk, that sounds
A little
intense.
tipsy. You're right,
Can we get
cuter.
tipsy? Like we said, if you I love the way my mother phrased this, like, when you're in high school and college, do all the drugs and have all the sex, babe. Like, go for it because that's the appropriate age, that's when you should do it, and when you're in your 40s getting twisted, it's like there's harder
Yeah.
repercussions. You know what I'm saying? So much fun to never wanna go out at 29 because I did so much
Censored.
shit from fucking age 17 to,
Yeah,
like,
I did a lot.
27. I'm good.
Okay, Zoe and I were having a conversation yesterday, but also don't get me wrong because, like, I need to, like, go shake my ass every now and again.
Of course, of course.
But side note, we were talking about it the other day, how it was playing in my mind like a trailer of my life. All of the shit that I would get into when I was under the age of 18
Oh, no?
because I was like, rules don't matter, I'm invincible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I was raised by 2 parents that literally told me that societal rules are made up and nothing applies to you. Which 1, privilege, and
Huge.
2, huge privilege, but 2, like, really instilled in my personality in a deep-rooted way. Like, I really think
Yeah.
everything is made up and I can do what I want.
Yeah, you do.
In, like, a spiritual way too. It's kind of intense.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
No, I can't even say on the podcast the things that I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
bleep this whole sentence. I used to
Oh, we've talked about this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
anyway, the places that I had sex when I was under the age of 18,
That park?
I was
In the vlog when you're pointing to the park and there's no audio, so no one knows what it is, but it's like, "Oh, that's where I had sex." The tour we got in Miami was just like everywhere Gabby had underage sex around us.
I was reckless when I was under the age of 18. I
Yeah.
was reckless.
Yeah.
Oh, reckless. A
Mhm.
reckless girl. It was fun. Anyway, not recommending that. Not recommending that. I'm not condoning underage sexual activity.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a retired twerk team co-captain. You know what I mean? I leave it for the babes now. I'm their elder. I am your ancestor. So I demand respect when I'm in the club, but I'm also not throwing it back because I'm gonna throw my back out. I'm an old maid. You know?
That's kind of a good transition into what we're talking about.
What are we talking about again? Inner child stuff? What are we
No,
talking
we
about?
did that already.
We did that already.
Today we're talking about failure and creative ruts. And I was gonna say failure is a
Mm.
good transition from you talking about like blowing out your back. But
Yeah, it
not
is.
getting fucked from breaking it at the club. Anywho's, let me just fill the people in. Meadow and I have been having this conversation lately, and it's been really top of mind for me because it's really been something that I've been unpacking. I thought we should talk about it on the pod today, and that is the concept of just really fucking being in a creative rut.
Mm.
And I've just been in one. And we actually asked you guys, or I asked you guys on my Instagram. If you're not following me at @GetYouOut_, check it out.
Hey.
What are you at? It's Metalark.
Period.
Yay.
At That's My Very Pod, most importantly.
Oh yeah, I just figured if you're listening, you're already there. But yeah,
No,
that
of
too.
course.
I was talking about on my Instagram, I asked you guys what you guys do to get out of a creative rut, and I got some really fun answers.
Did you?
Should I share some of them?
Yeah, but I wanna hear what you do first.
I don't know because I'm figuring it out. But basically,
In the
I
past,
need
what
to
have you
go
done?
outside. I have to be
Yeah,
outdoors. I don't
yeah.
want to like overstimulate myself in the sense of like doing a bunch of activities with other people. Like if I have one
Mhm,
person, i.e., my boyfriend or like you, that I feel like really
mhm.
safe around, not getting
Totally.
overstimulated by you, but just like doing things. Like I live a lot
Yeah.
in my apartment. Obviously, I'm fucking here all the time. I'm staring at a computer all day, and I just don't sometimes I just don't get outside enough. I don't go like live my life enough because then the weekend comes and I'm like, oh, like I gotta do laundry. Oh, I gotta clean. I gotta do this. And then I don't fucking leave my house. So just even getting outside,
Literally why I went to go get a sandwich today
literally.
when I texted you and was like, "I have to get out."
Mhm. This weekend was great. It was just the best way for me that I have found lately, because this changes lately,
Mhm,
is
mhm.
just doing things that it's just like not that deep.
Yeah,
Things that make me happy that like I either don't document or like don't need to like journal about or whatever. Like whether it's like
yeah,
taking a nice
yeah.
drive or like going to a new restaurant that we're like checking out in like a different area of LA. Like we did that today. I've
Oh
been
my god, is anything better than that? Like,
yeah.
going to a new restaurant, having a date? Nothing is better.
There's something really fun to me about going somewhere that, like, you really know you're not gonna run into anybody.
Oh my god.
Like,
That's
and LA is the perfect city to do that because it's
preferred.
huge.
Right,
So we
right.
went to a neighborhood that I'd never been to in LA that was, like, 45 minutes
Fun.
away, went to, like, a really fun night market, like a food night market, ate such good food, did not even feel like we were in LA anymore. It was so fun. We need to take you guys because we were
Should we
saying
go
that, I was
next
like, "This would be
week?
really fun to come with friends." Yeah, if we have
Okay.
time. And
Yeah.
then we did that, and then we went to the beach, we played dominoes, so, like, inner child work without it being real inner
Yes,
child work.
yes.
But yeah, just getting myself into nature and really being present while I'm there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it's just people watching, like, people watching is a good way for me to pull myself out of a creative rut. It's just like, I don't
That's it.
know, I love people
Totally,
watching.
totally. I love people watching so much.
What do you do?
3 steps.
Okay.
And surprise, surprise, it's all grounded in fucking spirituality to me because that gets me tapped in.
Mhm.
1, I have to, like, clear out whatever I'm going through. So I feel like when I'm in a creative rut, I'm in a lot of anxious, go, 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 lots
Mhm.
to do energy a lot of the time.
Mhm.
So it's about kind of, like, cleansing that away, pulling those fucking anxious thoughts out, telling them, "Step aside into the other room, I'll take care of you later," like, kind of, like, clearing
Mm.
that out in whatever way I need to. Maybe that's a fucking walk, maybe that's getting outside, maybe it's meditation, whatever. First, it's, like, clearing out, making the space. Then it's connecting to the present moment,
Mm.
which is, like, kind of what you're saying. Like, any way to just be silly and carefree and people watch and go eat something. I think the number 1 rule for this entire thing is be off my fucking devices
Mhm.
for a while and just, like, connect to the present, have fun, whatever. And then after I've, like, cleared out what I'm going through, made some space, gotten really present, then I re-nourish it with shit that inspires the fuck out of
Yeah.
me. So, like, reading books that really inspire me, watching beautiful films that really fill me up. You know I'm obsessed with Nowness, those
Mhm.
video series publication that there's specific ones that I really like. Like, I actually have a private YouTube playlist saved for when I'm in a creative rut and I wanna just be, like, spoken to through
Oh, I
fucking
love that's a
inspiration.
really good idea.
Oh my god,
You're
I've
s
done that for years.
Meadows
I'll send it to you.
Meadows really good at, like, setting herself up so that when she goes into moments, she already has the things laid out, and that
Yeah.
YouTube thing is good.
I am
Hearing
lists, playlists, all of it.
hearing you say that three-step approach, I feel like I inadvertently did that without
Did that. It
yeah,
kinda sounds like it.
because
Yeah.
I was talking about being in this creative rut. I knew that I was in it, and then, of course, because the universe is the universe, like, every conversation I was having was pointing me in the direction of, like, it just no judgment, let shit flow, like, that really
Yeah.
amazing
Well,
conversation that I had with my friend that I told you about when I, like, went to the studio and
yes.
whatever,
Yes.
and everything was pointing me in that direction of, like, you need to just fucking take a beat and, like, just
Yeah.
let shit flow and just, like, start. But what sucks is that it usually takes me to, like I do that once I get to a point of, like, such deep frustration, and I wish that I would address it sooner.
Yeah. Like, you need the bells to go off a little sooner. Start thinking about that, though. Just play with it in your mind. Be like, "Okay, so what are my warning signs? Like, when are bells going off, but I'm not hearing them or I'm pushing them
Mm,
away?" It's the same shit with burnout. You know how, like, you can hear the bells of burnout and then people don't address it till
mhm.
it's over? Same shit with creative rut. I feel like just like even being cognizant of that obviously is like the first
Yeah,
step. Now you're just going to start noticing it because you're more
that's
sensitive to
true.
it, you know? But also speaking of the universe being the universe, how wild that this week, before we even talked about this and I
Mm.
even knew you were in a creative rut, that
I
I made the
know.
journal prompts for this week, creative rut, and
No,
used that
dude, I
photo of you.
know. I know.
Even that was
Yeah.
weird.
If you don't
Yeah.
follow us on Instagram, go do it because every week or like every other week, Meta will post journal prompts on Instagram. And this week was
Wild.
creative ruts.
And of course that
Of
happens though.
course.
We got that bestie ESP,
You
baby.
know,
You know what also might be good for
huh?
you? Mind dumping. Did you mind dump?
Yeah.
I mean, you talked it on coaching, but sometimes even just like free writing, getting all the thoughts out to then make the space to then go connect and be out and
Mind
flow
dumping
and
works
do
for me when I'm in a rut only if I then take the next step of then going outside to connect.
exactly.
Because then if not, I'm just
Right.
sitting in this like twirling space of my own thoughts, which is
Yes.
not good. But
Yeah.
yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. I dumped it all out and then did the being really present thing. And then also just like filling up my cup with things that make me inspired. Like you were saying, like I love
Yeah.
looking through the books that I have, like the coffee table books, especially like the
Yes.
design books.
Oh my gosh. This morning I was stretching and going through the Brain Dead book you got me. And it was making me so jazzed.
Fun.
Like, oh my God, any coffee table books or and old magazines and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Like I
like
have
that's the
so many old
best.
magazines. I have so many design books and that always really fuels me in a really nothing gets the tourist going like some good fucking home decor, you know?
That's so funny too, because literally last night, you know how I like to do my online window shopping where I make
Mhm.
carts and abandon them? I made a cart from Fisk,
Yeah.
our friends at Fisk, who I love more than anything. And I was going to buy like 6 different journal magazines from them. And I didn't. And now I'm going to because now I want the inspiration.
It's just fun.
Frankly, it's TMV research. It's a write
It
off.
is a write-off. It's a write-off.
It's R&D.
Yeah.
It's a write off.
I was just looking up because I am someone who I'm like, don't tear magazines, don't whatever. But I've ripped out, like I have some like apartamento
Like we
magazines.
both didn't have those are the
Yeah,
best
I know,
ones.
but I think
Like we
that's why
didn't
I
have
say
the
that now.
magazine wall.
I think that's why I say that now. It's because
Yeah,
I had that freaking
yeah.
magazine
Did
wall.
you ever get the ones that you ordered for both of us
No, I got only
that never got
one.
there?
I got only one, but I ordered
Whatever.
two.
I'll buy my
No,
own.
no, no, I'll get it for you because that was a good gift that I got you, and I
Okay.
should follow up.
It was a very good gift that you got me. Thank you for that.
I should follow up.
You really nail me with the gifts a
I've
lot.
been a really good gift giver my whole life, if I do say so myself.
I really, really am not a strong gift
Can
giver.
I tell you? Yeah, you are. You've gotten me beautiful gifts that are very meaningful and
That's
thoughtful.
sweet of you to say.
Yeah.
I think
You're gonna
okay.
love
Anyway,
what I
what were we
get
gonna
you
say?
for either whatever what's first, your birthday.
My birthday?
I
Yeah,
still have it in my brain.
I
I
know.
saved it on Instagram. Do you know what I'm getting? He does not listen to this podcast. Do you know what I'm getting Zoe for our 1 year anniversary, which is in 2 weeks? Oh, it
What?
already will have
Tell me.
happened by then.
Oh,
So
perfect.
you know how
What?
on my fridge, because I'm like, we want to take a trip. I'm like, I don't,
Right,
we're
right. You
not,
don't need to spend
no, no,
hella.
no.
Yeah.
Like, just write me, you better
Yeah.
fucking show up to this house with flowers and a card. You better
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
feed me, you know. I was
I
trying to
was
come
gonna
up with
say
something
something that's
clever. I was
so
like,
not
feed me,
PG.
fuck me,
Yeah.
and like, what else?
I was literally gonna be like, "Dick me down."
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I on my fridge have a receipt that has like it says like mi amor.
I
Yeah.
know it
It says like
exactly.
mi amor
Yes.
and then it says Gabby and it's like all whatever. That was the receipt from we like love this one restaurant in LA. And we used to go to it a lot in the beginning of our relationship. It was like our little date night spot. We went there one night and it was like really when was this in our it was early in the relationship. But anyway, it was the night that we said I love you. He was like scribbling on this thing and I remember feeling like so cute and I remember being like I know we're going to say I love you later because at first when he was writing on the back of the receipt he just wrote Gabby like really big and he has really good handwriting and like draws cute. So he like wrote Gabby and I was like, "Oh, that's cute, whatever." And then he like went back in and wrote like mi amor on it.
Me and more.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he does love
Hmm.
me. So anyway, I'm going to get it framed
Cute.
with like a mat behind it.
Yeah, so sweet. Where do you buy frames? Because I have 2 the Valentine's Day gift I got
Mhm.
Aaron, remember that frame broke? Did I tell you about that?
Find a framer.
When it fell off the
Is that what it's
mantle.
called?
I know, but,
Maddie
like,
has one
how am
here
I
that I'm
supposed
gonna
to
go to.
I know, and I've been with Maddie's before. We picked up something and they did such a good job, but, like, that doesn't help me.
No, I know.
Anyone in do we have any San Diego listeners that have a framer that they actually like that also are, like,
Not
cute and either a Taurus or a Libra and have very high standards? Because, like, I just don't trust my friend recommendations. Is my dog barking?
she was crying.
Hold on.
Pause. Mahal was yelping because Mahal got spayed.
She's in pain. Yeah. Got her uterus
I don't
out.
remember what we were talking about. Oh, the
Anyway,
frame. It doesn't matter. But anyway, is that a good gift?
it's a
Want to hear
great
why it's the
gift.
best gift?
Also,
Because it's really
sure.
for me because it's gonna go in this apartment for sure.
Obviously. The best gifts are gifts you give yourself.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been like, "Happy birthday, here's lingerie." Like, that's for me, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Yeah.
anyway, what did our listeners say about
Creative ruts.
creative ruts?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's pull it from the archives.
Well, actually, do you think while you're doing that, do you ever find that you get in a creative rut due to fear of failure?
Yeah, because I just don't act. Okay, so before we say that, let's talk about that because that's a
'Cause
good
you've been
question.
talking about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that TikTok rant you did.
Thank you. The one I just posted?
Yeah.
Oh no, the one that I
I don't know,
posted
it was
a couple
about acting
oh,
a couple days ago, I
yeah.
think.
I ideate and chew on things a lot. And I make plans and I make lists and I make the best spreadsheet you've ever done seen your whole life. And then
She
I just
does,
don't
and confirm.
act. I just sit there and I stare at it and I come up with excuses as to why I'm not ready to press play, let's say. We used to do this a lot in the beginning of the podcast where something wasn't
Yeah,
done. So we would keep pushing
yeah,
deadlines. Now, when we
yeah,
push deadlines, like, yeah, some of that still happens, but it's like, okay, it's like quite literally not done. But it's like with creative projects, like you can always tweak something. With articles, I can always tweak
for
something a
sure,
little bit more.
for
I
sure.
know that's going to happen to me when I fucking start writing this book. Like, you know,
Oh my god,
you
yeah,
can always
yeah.
tweak it more and more. But when I was
Mhm,
full time at the magazine, I didn't have an option. I had a deadline that I had to turn it in. Like
mhm,
it has to be done. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately because of all the ways in which I know it has hindered my growth.
mhm.
I was talking to Tefi, who we know and love, and she said to me, "You basically need to start failing faster." She
Wow.
said, "Start doing things
Such a good
poorly."
reframe.
She said, "Start doing
Mhm.
things poorly so you can get better at them faster."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That is so true because you're going to get told
So
no
good.
101 times, but every no that you get told, you're closer to that yes."
You and I talked about this a long, long time ago, but I also just told a client of that same ilk recently, collect 100 no's. Your
Yeah.
goal is to get 100 no's. There
Mhm.
will be a yes in there somewhere or shortly after. But
Mhm.
I don't even want you to look for a yes. I want the goal to be write down, give yourself a gold star on a piece of paper. Like every time you get the no, gold star it. Like the goal is 100 no's.
Yeah. 'Cause
It's the name of the game.
you're so much closer to that yes. Also, I just think that acting allows you to get out of your creative rut faster because a really good practice in it that I've started doing is just that those mind dumps of, like, word vomiting all the bad ideas, and I know we talked about it a little bit within the inner child episode about, like, my genuine fear of being embarrassed in public and, like, having a bad idea,
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
but it's in that same vein that all of this goes together, the idea of perfectionism, and, like, I know that so many women can identify to that
Oh my God,
or with that
absolutely.
rather.
Absolutely.
I'm really trying to reframe failure as a gold star, and you know what? Speaking of people that fail in public, Valeria Lipovetsky,
I would love
who
her.
Meadow and I used to watch, like, a really long time ago,
We're OGs.
you sent it to me, that she posted a reel or something on Instagram about how she recently closed one of her businesses,
Yes.
and it was, like, her celebrating
Popping champagne.
because she was like, "I wanna
Yeah.
celebrate my first really big
Incredible.
failure."
That was so fucking cool to see. That
Yeah,
was really, really
because she
cool.
tried.
I love that she did that, especially having a big platform and being a role model, because I think one of the number one things that every successful person I see or hear says is that failure is inevitable, and learning to pivot from failure and understanding the value of your failures is what gives success. Oh my God, the Winston Churchill quote that I love, success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
Mhm.
Success is literally failing over and 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 not being afraid because you're learning something from it every time and it's only redirecting you towards where you want to go.
100%. I just think
And that's nothing to be afraid of. Like, that's so cool. It's getting you more and more on your path. And I feel like if we can collectively be like, yeah, my goal is to fucking fail. Yes, I failed. Amazing. Like, now I know where I'm going in this different direction. Like, that's all we do over and over again, you know? And especially like, what is failure? We could all define it. What's the
right.
operant definition? We could define it in so many different ways. We're all failing constantly.
Well, also, I just think that right now we have these ridiculous expectations because of the way and the ability that we have to edit ourselves, particularly online. We have this
Yeah, it's a really good
completely
point. Yeah.
unrealistic standard that we are going to be great at something on the first try. When,
Yeah.
like, you should expect to suck at a lot of things a lot of the
Yes.
time. And
Yeah.
that's great because then there's
And you should not
only
be afraid to be seen trying to do
yeah,
it.
because then there's only up from there. There's only up
There's
from
only
there.
up.
I'm not saying don't try your best. That's not what we're saying
Right.
here, but, like, if you're trying your best and you're not good at it, like, there's no shame in that game. You're gonna get better, you're gonna improve. And if you don't and it's not for you, you pivot. And that's a huge
Right.
lesson, just in the same way that you can get out of relationships and say you learned the biggest, best lessons in that relationship.
Right.
Same thing with failure.
And also if you're not good at something, but it brings you
Mhm.
joy, that's not a fucking failure. Like,
No.
if you're an adult going to adult beginner ballet class and you are never getting better and it's not good and you can't follow the routine, but your inner child is thriving and you are a ballerina in your head and you are fucking living for it, like,
Yeah,
that's not a failure.
at all.
So, the way we define failure is also kind of, like, interesting and weird to me.
For sure. Have I gone on my "I was wrong about the 1% better people" rant on here yet?
No, but I don't think we're wrong because I think the way that people pitch the 1% better is something we're always
Yes.
striving to improve ourselves. I think you and I particularly had a problem with the 1% better people were equating that concept with healing being linear. And that was
Yes.
the differentiating we're making. Healing and the process isn't linear, but we are always striving to improve ourselves. So there's that, like,
Well, I made a TikTok about that today because I'm also trying to be better at
did
TikTok,
you?
and I said that I'm okay admitting when I'm wrong because I think I was wrong. I think that
Oh, that's cute.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
it's true. I am getting better at it, and I was wrong because the way that it has been misinterpreted and remolded on
Right.
the internet has been
The
that.
telephone
The
game.
telephone game of the
Right, right,
1%
right, right.
better basically said that, like, if you are not leveling up every single
Right,
day, you're wrong and you're doing
and
life
that's
wrong and you're not improving on your path. But that completely manipulated what it actually means at its core. At its core, it just
right.
means allowing yourself to take small digestible steps towards
Yes,
whatever your goal is so that when you're staring at this boulder
absolutely,
that you're trying to push up this mountain, it doesn't seem as daunting to you. But people twist and
absolutely.
turn and, make it whatever they want in the same way that I'm making this whatever I want to fit my narrative right now. It's the same
Right,
thing. But
of course.
now I'm reclaiming that for myself because I like that idea. It makes things easier for me. It lessens my anxiety when I look at everything. And the example that I gave on TikTok, I was like, forget about like financial success, whatever that looks like to you, career success, even just me thinking about the family that I want to create and the steps that I
Mhm.
need to take to get there. That's fucking daunting to me. Everything is daunting to me.
Yeah, but need to take those
Yeah.
subjective you don't have to do anything.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, the way when I say need to take, it's because I wanna continue to improve on my personal development
Right,
journey
right.
before I'm ready to take those steps in my life. So there are things that I need to do.
But if you failed
Mhm.
and didn't get to do them, it's not a fucking failure,
No, but I'm just saying
you
that,
know?
like, the 1% better every day helps me when I look at,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, of
mom
course.
Gabby and present Gabby and the steps that
Right,
I would like to have in between, it
right,
makes it seem easier
right.
because it breaks it down, it's digestible.
Absolutely. I think I'm just challenging you because I'm like, speaking of failure, if none of that happened and you got pregnant today and whoops, your mom Gabby today and it feels so different
Yeah.
from where you want it to be, you're still gonna take those steps every
Well,
day.
dude, that's like the
You're still
saying
never
that
gonna
it's like
fail,
you
you know?
make plans and the universe laughs in your face. Like,
Exactly,
so who,
exactly.
whatever. I can be talking all this shit and
Right.
then boom, tomorrow.
Which I also think all that example is particularly fun to talk about because you and I have very different views of where we wanna be when we become moms.
Yeah,
And we both, like, value and respect each other's opinion, but we
totally.
both have very different places that where we wanna be, which is kinda cool too.
I really value that in you. And I don't know if I tell you that enough that you and I think
Oh, I
people
love you so much.
assume, I love you too. I think people assume because we're best friends and we work together that we're like very similar people. And while we
No, we are yin and
totally
yang.
are, we're totally different people.
Yeah.
I think the reason that we work is because we have an incredible amount of respect for each other.
Oh, insane. Yeah.
and like
I
adoration and
respect the
love for each other.
fuck out of you. Yeah.
Exactly. Same. So that's why when you have an opinion on something or you move in a different way than I would move in my personal life, like it means nothing to me other than like Meadow's happy and I respect her opinion.
And I think we also, when we found each other, were really looking for friendships that valued our differences. Like you and I
Yeah,
seek
that's
out
so true.
relationships that don't put us in echo chambers. So that's
That is
what's beautiful about us is
so
we are the same
true
person and we are the exact opposite person at the same
at the
time.
same time, but that's why
And
it
that's what makes
works.
it work. Opposites attract and birds of a feather flock together, and we have both.
Yeah. So we're great.
Soulmates. Yeah.
Subscribe to our podcast.
My real husband.
No, she tells me that all the time, you guys, like more than I feel like
You
Aaron
are my
should
real
know.
husband.
Does he know that you say that to me?
I'm sure. Like he would be surprised or threatened. He's like,
I
"Yeah,
know.
she is."
Yeah.
It's so cute.
You'll always be
I
my
do love
real
you so much.
husband.
What did our listeners say?
Oh, let's tell the people. I keep getting sidetracked.
I'm so excited to see you next week.
Me too,
That's gonna be really
sister.
fun.
Okay. We also, by the way, while I find this, let me just plug our Patreon really quickly because we record
Period.
solo episodes on there that are exclusive for Patreon and they're a little bit more chaotic. And we give you guys tea because the reason Meadow's
There's a
saying, it just
lot of
reminded me,
gossip.
the reason Meadow's saying, oh, I really want to come or I can't wait to see you next week is because we're doing something really exciting that I already shared with the Patreon family. So they already know what
Yeah.
we're doing.
They already
And
know.
that's exciting. Okay. Archive. How do you get out of a creative rut? I asked
Tell us.
the people on my Instagram. Pinterest as my only form of social media
Oh,
for a week.
absolutely cosign retweet.
Okay,
I fucking love Pinterest.
sit outside and do nothing.
Yes.
J'adore. I pick any random word or object and start writing or creating around that.
That's such a good
That's really
prompt.
cool.
I love that.
I honestly just don't do anything creative. That's what has helped me in the past. Fair.
Taking a break.
Do you know what
Fair.
my stepsister told me? And it's not in here because she would DM me about it. She was like, I bore myself into creativity where she'll like knit or like learn something
Oh,
really
cool.
boring so that her mind is
Yeah.
like, and then it can start going.
Well, I was gonna say any other flow state activity that isn't what you're trying to accomplish. So like a
Mhm.
Sudoku,
Yeah.
mindful coloring book, like knitting, any sort of flow state activity
Mhm.
that's different than what you're trying to accomplish also helps.
Lay in my bed for long enough until I book a trip and feel renewed. Katie, I love you.
Hilarious.
She also said, pushing myself to do things I've never done before that are also creative, not just work.
Fun. Take
Morning
a pottery class.
pages. Got a few of
Morning
those.
pages, artist way,
Mhm,
classic. Yep.
mhm. Travel.
Travel.
Embrace it. Read
yeah.
fiction.
Read
Watch my favorite
fiction.
movies. Music in different languages. Oh, I like that.
I was thinking about that today because, well, it's a tangent, but I was thinking about that today because I was listening to Rosalia and I was like vibing or whatever. And I was like, how funny that like the energy and the song and the music makes me feel some type of way, but she could be saying a message that's the exact opposite. And I just would have no idea. You know what I
I
mean?
have a very vivid memory of, do you know that song Hentai that she
Yeah.
has?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how it sounds like a Disney princess is singing it?
Yeah.
Do you know what she's talking about in that song?
No, of course not.
It is the most sexual
Hell yeah.
song.
Hell yeah.
I
Hell
can't
yeah.
remember the exact lyrics, but like the theme of it is basically like, put your dick inside me right now.
Yeah.
And I was in the car with somebody that I was seeing at the time when this album came out, and I was translating it out loud as the music was playing,
Yeah.
and I've never
The
seen
cognitive
someone's face change
dissonance.
that quickly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, I have a really dark example of that.
Ooh,
Do you remember the song Pumped Up Kicks? All the
yeah,
other kids. How it's like
yeah.
you know, it's literally
What does
about
it mean?
Columbine. You better outrun my gun is literally the lyric of the chorus.
No, I know, but I just never put two and two
It's about
together.
Columbine. Isn't that horrifying?
Why is it so peppy?
And they used to not, now they censor it. They censor it on the radio. They used to not censor. Remember that one summer that it was like over and over and over and over and
Yeah.
over? Yeah. That's literally what the lyrics are about. It's insane. I mean, school shooting trauma. So I was just always like, how is everyone getting
Bro,
away with this?
don't put that to a pop song.
It's wild. But also, I mean, art is interesting when you can kind of play with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know me.
Well, that's why with the Rosalia song, it's
Right,
funny that it's the
right.
song that she sounds like a Disney princess in.
Right.
And I think she did that. She did that fully on purpose, I believe, from an interview
course.
that I saw of her, where she was like, I wanted it to sound like the most innocent thing ever.
Yeah.
And it was like a sexual
Yes.
ballad.
I fucking love that. Japan.
My friend Tere goes, do shrooms and hope for the best. Facts.
Period. Shit, we need to do
We
that
got a lot
too.
of like disconnect from social, get in nature, turn off social, going to an art museum, journaling for at least 2 hours a day, shopping,
Shopping.
going back to basics, focus on short form content. You guys sent good ones.
Really good ones. I like all those.
That was it. That's all
Those
that I
are
got.
great.
I
I really like
thought
them.
so.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a nice place to wrap. I know this was a short episode, but sometimes that's what we need.
Short and sweet, baby. We love ya.
We don't want to just fill the radio waves.
Nah. Let someone else talk. We're good. That was
also 4
creatively
p.m. on a
inspiring.
Friday.
Also, period. Also, speaking of being creatively inspired, we were given access to resources yesterday that got my juices flowing in such an insane way. We need to go on a retreat, do mushrooms, just you and I, get a giant whiteboard and just fucking like, that one meme. That needs to be us.
I have an option for us to do that, actually, a location.
Okay. Can we do it like soon?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Before you go to New York? Okay.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
I go to New York in like 3 weeks, sister.
I know. I'm just very excited. We do it after.
You gotta come here for the work day.
I know.
Every time Meadow comes to LA, you guys, she like overbooks herself.
Oh, I told so 17 people that I'm going to see them this time, and I'm going to see 3. Because people are very sweet and people like me apparently and would like to spend time with me. And I would like to spend time with them.
How do they know you were coming?
Like, I have to work. Well, it's always like next time you're up and I'm like, oh, I think I'm coming sometime soon. Like, I'll let you know. I have to plan. I have to like figure out the work stuff first. And then I have to go back to everyone and be like, work booked up literally my entire time. Catch you next time.
The day at least.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Just see them at night.
Yeah, but I want to be with you.
You know what I mean?
I'm so needy. Come with me.
I'll see you all day.
I know.
You're going to stay at my apartment.
Yeah.
I'll be on the couch waiting for you to get home like a husband.
That's so cute. I love that for us. Okay, let's go.
Because I don't want to go. All right. Thanks for listening. If you're in a creative rut, I hope this helped.
If you're in a creative rut, find us on Threads because we are hilarious.
If it sounds like your 75-year-old dad said it, it was me.
It was me. Absolutely. First of all, Ariana Ain't the Only One to Do It Grande is literally a lyric from Fi-Fi. You know Toby Nwenge and his wife Fat?
No.
It was one of her lyrics. So it's not an old man joke. It's a very hip joke.
I want you to listen to a sentence back.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Listen and subscribe.
Cute.
What do you do? You don't subscribe, rate and review.
Yeah, you subscribe on YouTube, ring the bell, rate and review, like 5 stars, save, retweet.
Send it to a friend. Okay, bye.
How's it going, y'all? It's Aaron. Don't let your Monday suck. Don't have those Sunday scaries. I'm tired of everybody waking up in the week saying, shit, it's Monday. You know what goes down? TMV releases every week on Mondays. Make sure you rate and review wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're watching YouTube, yes, TMV has a YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and ring that noti bell and never miss a thing. And also, join the TMV Familia by joining the Thoughts May Vary Patreon and by following @ThoughtsMayVaryPod on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you for listening.
Great.
There you go.
Thanks, AB.
Got y'all.